Hello children. So here we are going to start with atoms and molecules chapter. It is of chapter 5, class 9th. So let us see what is an atom and what is a molecule and what are the different theories postulated by different scientists, as well as what are the laws that has been happening and what are the laws that have been discovered by different scientists and what do those laws mean. So here we go with first the laws of chemical combination or the law of conservation of mass. You all know that in the physics you might have learned law of conservation of mass, that mass can be neither created nor destroyed, but it remains as it is. So whatever we do, so in a chemical reaction, that means in a chemical reaction, the sum of masses of reactants which are participating in the reaction and the products always remain constant or they remain unchanged during a chemical reaction. This is called as law of conservation of mass. Let us see an activity how to demonstrate this. If you take sodium sulfate solution in a conical flask and the sodium barite, this is called as conical flask, the outer ones is called as, and the sodium barium chloride solution in an ignition tube. This test tube is called as ignition tube. Hang the ignition tube in the flask by a thread. You have to hang this by keeping a thread and put a cork on the flask. So you have to put a cork on the flask. Find the mass of the flask on a balance, then tilt the flask. We have to first find out the mass of the conical flask first and then the ignition tube, and after putting the salts of sodium, barium chloride as well as the sulfate solution, you have to take up the weights again and then find the mass of the flask. Next is then tilt the flask. We have to just tilt the flask like this. A chemical reaction takes place and sodium chloride and barium sulfate are formed. So what we have taken first actually sodium sulfate formed, and now this chloride has been given to this sodium. Actually before it was sodium sulfate and it was barium chloride. Now it has become sodium chloride and barium sulfate. That means a chemical reaction has been formed. Then find the mass of the flask again. It will be seen that some of the masses of reactants and products remain unchanged even after the chemical reaction. It was barium chloride before and it has become barium sulfate later. It was a sodium sulfate before and it has become sodium chloride later. Even after the chemical reaction has been taken place, the mass has become remained unchanged. This is called as law of conservation of mass. This is called as law of conservation of mass, and you should have studied this in detail in physics. This is regarding, see the 300 grams as well as 300 grams, even after the chemical reaction also it remained unchanged. Let us see what is law of constant proportions. So we have studied in the previous chapter that what is chemical compound. Chemical compound is nothing but the elements in fixed proportions or in definite proportions. It remains unchanged. Right? So, in law of constant proportions, in a chemical compound, the elements always present in a definite proportion by mass. We have seen an example also for this. For example, if you take sodium chloride, it will be 1:1 proportion all the time. If you take water, H2O, number of hydrogens will be 2 and number of oxygen atom will be 1. In the same way, what is meant by law of constant proportions? See here, in the same way, water always contains 2 elements of hydrogen and oxygen combined together until and unless it has got 3 elements in that. 3 elements and that too in a fixed proportion, we never call it as water. So we get 1 gram of hydrogen. In the same way, if 9 grams of water is decomposed, we get 1 gram of hydrogen and 8 grams of oxygen. If it gets decomposed. If it gets decomposed, we'll get the same amount of weight. For example, if you take ammonia, NH3 always contains two elements of nitrogen as well as hydrogen. Two elements will be there, nitrogen and hydrogen. By which ratio? 1:3 ratio. That means nitrogen will be one nitrogen will be present and three hydrogens will be present all the time. So there is a definite constant proportion of the elements. This is called as law of constant proportions in a chemical compound is in a definite proportion by mass. Definite proportion by mass. This is called as law of constant proportion. See here we can see the molecule of ammonia. This middle one is called as nitrogen and three hydrogens have been attached for this. And water also two hydrogens as well as one water molecule. So there will be no change at all. Let us see what is meant by an atom. You all know that atom is the tiniest particle we never imagine. An atom is the smallest particle of an element that may or may not exist independently and retains all its chemical properties. May exist independently or may not exist independently. Atoms are very small in size and smaller than anything we can imagine or compare with. Atomic radius is measured in nanometers. Atomic radius is usually measured in nanometers. 1 nanometer is equal to 10 to the power of minus 9. That means 1 by so many tens. That is very, very small in size. The atomic radius of an atom of hydrogen will be 10 to the power of minus 10. That means 1 by 10 tenths. 10 tenths. So imagine what is the size of a hydrogen atom. The radius of molecule of water is 10 to the power of minus 9. See here, you can see different atoms, argon, neon. These are all called as atoms, which are combined together and form molecules into many compounds. We shall see what is Dalton's atomic theory. Matter is made up of tiny particles called as Dalton has proposed a theory that is called as atomic theory. This is the first theory ever discovered by this scientist ever before since we have known much about this science. So matter is made up of tiny particles called atoms. Atoms are indivisible and cannot be created or destroyed in a chemical reaction. Atoms of a given element are similar in size and properties. Atoms of different elements have different masses and properties as well, right? Similar in mass and properties, and different elements will have different properties. As you all know that atoms combine in small whole number ratios to form compounds. Small whole number, for example, water, H2O. So it has formed a small whole number ratio like 2:1. For example, if you take Na2SO4, so sodium will be 2 molecules, S will be 1, and oxygens will be 4. 2:1:4 proportion, Na2SO4. For example, if you take HCl, HCl also the same thing, 1:1 proportion. In a given compound, the relative number and kind of atoms are always constant. Always constant they are. Let us see remaining things in the next video.